Look, is that working now? Working.
Okay, for some reason, my desk microphone isn't working. I don't know why. Um, no, desk microphone is working now. What? Is the me one? Yeah, I hope we sound now. Good evening and welcome to Lazy Mini Painting. Let's start this fucking again, shall we? Because the balls that up from the beginning. Yes, that little weird, that new Be Back Soon screen was very nicely created by Twisted Nerves Painting using chat. Thank you very much, my friend. Um, I said I wanted to use it on as many streams as I could because it's useful. It means I might go longer on my streams. But I did have a slight hesitance about using it on tonight's because, well, the models I'm using tonight aren't available on Rogue's Den Hobbies. So if you want these models, please don't go there to look for those. However, if you do want characters and things for Dungeons and Dragons, there are things available. They're just not cutesy little animals like this. They're more normal. Well, it's not actually an intro. It's a break screen because I usually just go live and go, "Hello, welcome, it's me." I don't have an intro. I'm not organized enough for that. Usually, I'm like last minute. I've not even got a wet palette ready or anything. I'm like, got brew. As I said, I got distracted talking to Sparkles, doing this. So tonight's plan, because for the wonderful world, or the magical world, or the mystical world, or the whimsical world, however you wish to describe it, because I can't remember what I named it. I think I title it the magical world, but I think I was supposed to title it the whimsical world. Got that wrong. I'm not happy with how I've left Sparkles and Oak, and I've got 3 others to start as well. So that's the plan for tonight. Ooh, so first of all, I'm looking at Sparkles and Oak and thinking, what have I got to do to brighten these up and make them ping a little bit more? Some places could do with a second coat, some places could do with a cleaner coat, and I'm not entirely sure what results I use. I think I know, but I'm not 100%, so I'm going to have to check. There may be others in the future like that, by the way. Little clip videos, because he said he wants to practice on something, and he said, may he use my stuff as to do it with. I went, feel bloody free. Go right ahead. I will not stop you. This channel is pretty much built by all of you. So yeah, I'm not going to stop that. If you can get experience to do things that you want to do by using my material, then go right ahead. But obviously, please ask me first, because some people can be mean, and some people can be very mean. I don't mind being a jokey mean, that's fine, but please don't be really mean. This is why I wish I'd have kept a longer thing on it, because I should have. It won't. And I mean the model, because although it stands relatively well in the blue tack on there with the pin that goes into the base, it's not perfect. So I should have done my white palette way before I came on stream. I hate doing this bit, especially if it's gone crispy. If it's gone crispy, it's a nightmare, because you've kind of got to be gentle with it as it absorbs the water. And swish it around so it absorbs the water in the right places. And then eventually it starts to flatten out again. Whether or not you can use paper again afterwards is a different matter, but the sponge will flatten out if you arse around with it enough. And if you need just a little bit more water. Any excess always goes in the paint pot anyway. Not the paint pot, the water pot. I think it actually damaged my legs when I went on Monday, so it's more been just stretching those out and making sure that I'm still capable of moving and walking properly. The stairs were not fun on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today I've been able to go, right, okay, I don't have to wince as I'm walking down the stairs. So, yeah, the gym taught me a valuable lesson again. But I am not thick, it had to be in again. Where did I put that packet? I had it not long ago. You should be to hand. Where the fuck is it? Because it's the paper for this. That's not a pile of shame that he's got. That's a reasonable collection. How dare you say it's a pile of shame? I've got something similar. Although, granted, I'm not sure if I've got more models with paint on. I do tend to do the 3-color minimum quite quickly on particularly fresh new stuff. Whether it gets it done any further from there is a different matter, but as I said very, very early on in this, that's what I'm aiming to do, is just get brush practice. That was Graham using buzzwords. I can't find my fucking thing here. Where's my thingy paper? No, wet palette paper. Oh, this isn't funny. This is not funny. Hey up, Graham. Hey up, Buzzard. Howdy, lads. We'll speak about you, Graham, and your so-called pile of shame, which is just, it's a collection. It's a decent collection, mate. Be proud of it. Just stop painting it. Ah, found them. And Lee, good evening. Welcome in, Mickey Mouse. How was your trip to the hobby store? I have not been watching much YouTube recently. So I saw the Discord post, but I didn't actually see the video. I probably should be watching more YouTube stuff. I might be able to do half the stuff that Buzzard and Twisted can do with videos and things. So maybe that's how I should spend more of my time. But I have other things to do as well, so, including constantly sorting out my bloody models back. That's not quite wet enough. But I just realised that's a sentence that quite a few of the people in the hobby might not actually be able to say. Or might be the only way they get to say. Was that harsh? Maybe that was a little bit harsh. Okay. No, I just like wipe out. Let's have a look at the chat. I've seen people come in, but I've not actually been reading lots of it. You put a video out, Graham. That's what you did. Yeah. Oh. Graham put a video out about his his pile of shame, as the video's titled. There's some really nice models in there. Some that if I didn't already have too many myself, oh my god, ooh, see, this is sat there and it's just opened, and how much? But I've got way too many fucking models. I can't do shit like that. But those are some very tempting models to make offers on. I can't say that too loudly, otherwise my cup of tea is going to come in and go straight over my head. Right, so I'm going to need brown, and I think I'm going to need ivory. I think I might even need, I'm definitely going to need the green again. Right, what's the other little bugger like? Where's my... I moved stuff and now I can't find it. Where did I move that to? I need something I can... Will that work? Hopefully this will work. Not as well as I would hope, but if I hold it slightly, it does. Right, okay. So I definitely need to do the strap round this on. I need to remember these names. Thank you very much. See, I got out of it. I didn't say something too stupid that was going to get me in trouble. That's good. That's good. My pile of boxes aren't as organized as I've got tubs as well, and yeah. I mean, I can show you part of my. How just to do right. So Ali, Graham, Twisted, Lee, Buzzard. Right, that's at least 5 people that I know of. Okay. Would you like me to show you just the random models that are around my desk at the moment that would technically be classified as part of my pile of shame, just before I start painting, because I'm not sure paints. If 5 of you let me know, I can't get a tie. So I'm going to shake some of the paints up that I'm going to need and just type in chat. Then, yeah, show me. No, don't. I do have some that have not been. Technically, all the Terminators are still. Are they? No, because they're quite well painted. So Ali's a yeah. It's one yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a Morn Fan Brown that I chose as a base. Lee's a yeah. I mean, there's not many, so there's 2 yeah. If we get 3 years, then it's a yeah. So 3 out of 5 is a majority. Do I need red? No, but I am going to need the pinks. And 3 with grey. Right, okay. I'll shake this pink up. Move that to one side. So at my desk at the moment, I currently have, right. Right. I have one little random sorcerer that I started and just never got finished. One of the goblin thingies, if anyone remembers me going for painting that little thingies, only one. The rest are all in the box somewhere. I've got no fucking idea which box they're in. I have 1, 2. No, I should have more than 2. But I have at least 2 Chaos Space Marines that have only been Zenithal primed, and that's it. Actually, I didn't think of. Oh shit! Yeah, I didn't think of that. I was looking for backpacks, wasn't I? For the no, it's still only 5, but still, that's somewhere I can source things from. I didn't think of that. 2, but I should have more of them. I've got 2 random Neurogants that I think I was using for D&D, but they're not a pile of shame. They're painted. No, they go over there. A scout that I was using for Necromunda. That basically I painted the cloak on him so I could see him, and I think I put a blue stripe on his gun, and that was it. He's just waiting to be done now, along with everything else that's up here. No. I think this one's pretty much finished. No, he needs a few more washes, but he's pretty much done. He's done, so really he should be put away. Although he needs his base redoing and locking down. But I do have a completely fresh one that's not done at all. So that's another Phobos librarian. I'm ended up with a lot of librarians. I know I've got an unbuilt Terminator librarian. I do have a completely unpaid old scout, and that's one of the old Stern guards. He's got a combi melter, no combi plasma. When combi plasma's actually meant something rather than just being a combi weapon. Awesome. So yeah, there is a Stern guard veteran. No, he was just a test piece, so he's not really in a pile of shame. Neither is he. Because I did test which colour scheme I liked for the Chaos things before I chose which one I was going to do. And I just happened to like the colour. Models from the Combat Patrol magazine that I just don't have a use for at the moment. I'll find one for him because he's quite a decent one for D&D, I should imagine. He'll be all right for some weird cultist fanatic dude. Another Bloody Scout. I don't know how many of them. I should have 35 of them. I think I've got 20 put away, and I've got to find 15 more. Poor man who lost his arm. So I've got to find something completely to do with him because he needs another arm. And another only cloaked scout. What else have I got? I'm actually not sure what I've got up here at the moment. What are those 2? I can see 2 bases under my monitor. I have no idea what they are. I know I have more Chaos Marines. That's the one who lost his backpack for the Lord Executioner, I think. He lost his backpack for some reason, but because he's got a bolter, he will not go in the World Eater's army. And the other cult guy to go with him, although I'm not quite as sure. Oh, he could go nicely with the Necromancer model that I've got. Oh, I didn't think about that. There's a plan for him. Chaplains. I've got one that's kind of half done, which is Captain Chaplain. Those of you who know Captain Baptin, who's been up on the channel, it's essentially him on the battlefield. Just needs a slight wash, but he's pretty much done, I think, except for his base. Dude, give him a better base. But I do have another one that's damn near untouched, and another one, the other version, which is damn near untouched. Don't hit it into things. Put them back up there. And I also have, at the moment, 2 other chaplains, the ones on the backs. I put one on a cork base and one straight on the flat base, so I can tell them apart. I'll probably paint the books on other things slightly different Because other than that, they are the exact same fucking model. But 2 chaplains on a bike. Does mean I can make use out of my Outrider squads in smaller little units. 2 of these, each with 3 Outriders. Play a faster unit. But that's what I've got to hand at the moment. Only because I sorted a load of crap out the other night and it's all currently in the room behind me. I know it looks like I'm pointing towards the curtains, but I'm not. I'm pointing just past the curtains. But that's my pile. That's what I've currently got just scattered around my desk for some. That's not including all the other models to go with these. And there are 80 odd of them, and I don't particularly wish to go through them all when I want to paint some of them tonight. So watching the Magical World of Sparkles on Ogre, and you will see all of these. So let's put them back so they're not in the way anymore. Oh, and a random piece of terrain. Everyone just needs a random piece of terrain on the desk. Pretty much everything else is painting or just extra little bits. Some that I may consider putting on the diorama for these, but I'll have to see, because the last time I tried using them, they didn't sit too well. I need to see how well they transported in the case actually as well. But that would be a models and musings all within 3 of them, because it'll take a while to do all that. It'll be, here's what's in case 1. Here's what's in case 2. Here's all my guard. Here's all my Eldar. Here's all my Tyranids. Oh, I forgot. This librarian. Now, there will be a lot of you that don't know this name, but there'll be some of you that do recognize this name. That is Ezza. It is still the best painted model I've done to date, especially when it comes to this channel. And yeah, he is named after Ezza, who is a very, very early subscriber. I don't know if he pops in every now and again. I think he does, but I'm not sure. He's not as vocal in the chat if he does. But yeah, that is his character. He is basically the leader of the librarians. So he does have a few. I do have the Dark Angels librarians somewhere. You know, they went from that, I think it was Dark Vengeance, where it was Chaos on one side and Dark Angels on the other. And you got 3 of the Dark Angel bikes and some Terminators and a unit of Green Wing, and a proxy Azrael and a proxy Ezekiel. So I have the proxy Ezekiel that Games Workshop released. But they are he is firstborn, so he's smaller than the rest slightly. Right, yeah, that's not going to work. I just moved on my fucking paints. There we are. So I know I'm going to need the pinks. And I'm going to need the bright pink as well. Where the fuck's the bright pink? Please don't say it's in the box. Yeah, I got it to that stage and thought, no, stop. Do not fucking touch it, because I'll just fuck it up. Even the gloves, yeah. I'm not as happy with the other one, the pointy one. I like his darker, more matte glove, but I'm not as happy with his cloak. It just looks dirty. Whereas the rest of him doesn't. And I've still not come to a conclusion on an actual power weapon method yet either. which means they're all just got black swords at the minute, which isn't a bad idea. I will also need I have 3 water creatures, and they will need a base colouring. This one I wish to be quite bright. I do wish this one to be quite bright. This one, it does look more sharky. I'm possibly thinking grey maybe. And he looks like he should be quite bright as well. But he's only a little tiny diddy thing. I definitely need to make sure I can make his face and his gills stand out somehow. Because there is detail on there that you can't actually see until you've... Okay, so I need some kind of plan of action tonight, which is usually a good idea before you start a stream. But in my case, nah, fuck that. That requires thinking. That would be stupid. That would just be daft, wouldn't it? You know, things like getting brushes ready. Although I do have to say I'm quite proud of one of my children. Their artistic painting skill is quite good. $52 out of the 170. What was it? That's not bad, man. That's not bad. You're doing good going. You can easily get another 10 done while I'm doing this. I do have a water power. Yes, I do. And it's had white in it, but white's okay. Right, this is for base coating, so. Yeah, I just realised I just dolled a big load of black paint all over my finger. That's a good start. Right, put black up there. It's got a tiny bit of water to it because although when it's base coat, this stuff is quite fucking thick. Right. Base coat these things first, and then look at what I need for those while I'm thinking about these. It's probably not the best way around to do it, but yeah. As I said, this is my learning method. And I am not quite like every bugger else. I have similarities to some people. What has definitely me. For good or ill. That wasn't a good idea. I've got to try and use my other hand now. Alright. Turn to a 4-year-old for a second. Right, where do I want to hold it next? I want to hold it about that. And possibly on there. So I'll do them 2 bits first so they can hopefully dry before I have to touch it, and then that's how I'm going to work around how I paint the base coat on. In which ways I'm going to have to touch it first and next and blah blah blah. So I can do the majority of this. I'm probably going to want to use that bit to help stand it up. Oh, it's all right, Alec, because it's, yeah, I was actually interested in what he's doing, because who knows? He might be one of them things if I bothered my ass doing this shit. I might boost up in that so-called YouTube algorithm. Woo. No. This is a place for people to find naturally and come to. I'm chasing fucking corporate numbers that can piss off. But they're still giving the platform for people to come and find naturally, so it's okay in that regard. Just don't like playing corporate games. Really annoys me. Doesn't matter really what type of corporate game it is, I just don't like playing them. Fuck off. I'll find some fucker else who's going to jump through your hoops. And that's no offense to the people that do it, because obviously some people on YouTube make a living from this. And I'm not knocking the people who putting bread on the fucking table just by doing this, because you're providing for it. But yeah, decent choice. And some people it's the only choice. Take Count Dankly, for instance. One video pretty much ruined him and made YouTube his only possible source of income. So we had to embrace it. All because he had a private joke that went live on YouTube, that went viral. Far worse things have been said in jokes and in jest, and have been laughed at and gotten away with and just glossed over. Yeah, I've heard quite a few people say DaVinci Resolve is quite a good program to use. Just tempting. To give it a go. But I'll definitely have to go through at least some YouTube tutorials, if nothing else. Just to even start considering going, yeah, okay, I've got an idea what to do now. I'll put together a video. I have put together a video before. It is actually up on my channel. And it's a video, not a live stream. And it wasn't shit. But it's there. There's one I've edited. And then there's one Buzzard's helped me with, which is actually a lot better. You can't actually see the one, I don't think, the one that I've edited completely. There's one that Buzzard pretty much went, no, there you go, that's sorted. Get in, man, idiot, do it properly. Cheers, mate. It's for starting that. So yeah, that's my skills at editing. So maybe DaVinci Resolve is a little bit more stupid friendly for me. Not accusing you both of being stupid, but yeah, the last one I used was not stupid friendly. See, Windows is stupid friendly. It's a powerful tool. Although I am still learning about Windows 11. They've moved things. They put things in the middle and put things on the other side. I don't like it. Put things back the way they were. I don't know. All I've probably got to do is customize a couple of settings and preferences, but see, that's how stupid friendly it is. It's just going to be a couple of preferences to go, yeah, no, make that like that and make that like that. Just trying to find the bloody preferences that I want, especially in the sections that it's in. First impressions are it's gone back to Windows 3.1, but just glossier. Why is everything in its own little fucking box again? Right, there basically go. Right, sweet little turtle ladies. For anyone new to chat, I do encourage questions, not only to me, but to other members in chat that are at least vocal. So Ali complains that she asks a lot of questions, but one day the roles are going to be reversed and somebody's just going to bombard her with stuff because she's not hobby related, and then we're like, oh, what's it like to be a normal person? I'm not addicted to this fucking plastic shit. She has no idea what's going on. Okay, so let's have a look. See. Yeah, I can see a few white spots that need cleaning up with green. And brown. This one's the dark purple one, which also is not out. Of course it's not fucking out. So I'm not done these for ages. I also need to clean up that gold. That's going to need white first. That means I've got to do that and then that. I can't. At least I've not just to see open my fucking mouth. Missed any flowers. That's the light purple. That's the dark purple. And which yellow did I use? I've used Avalon Sunset. Okay, let's start cleaning some shit up. I'd say that downstairs in the bunker. Don't say you've not got a bunker. You're like the most prepared person for anything. the cockroaches are coming to you going, yeah, how do we survive this? And you go, if you just take 6 of these, 2-3 times a day, and drink lots of that, you'll be sorted. Fucking wusses. Inferior species. Yeah, and I know there's helpful stuff in that bunker, but it's what else is in the bunker that kind of scares me a little bit. Because I know everything you have will be legal, because you're a law-abiding citizen. That being said, you live in a country where you can buy M16s and other various fucking military hardware legally. So, yeah, it does worry me a little bit having a bunker. Yeah, also, I am slightly relieved as well because should stuff happen, and I survive, I should be quite well in knowledge that so did you. And for some reason, my eyes have just lost all focus. Just at the vital moment when I'm trying to put a really hard colour to cover if I look it up on. There you go, only focus. I'm clever like that. My body loves me. Even in small ways. Did remember to, yeah, I did. Medication, people. If you're prescribed it and it does actually fucking work, please remember to take it. As I said, there's a few areas that I just need to clean up and I weren't happy with on these even as base. Just this is what they're going to look like, and I've still got to clean them up further. Or advance them further with other techniques and other stages. See, as I said, I'm not actually happy about the mouth line. While I've got gold on my brush, I'm just double checking every last little bit. See, there we go. Changing perspective and angle brings out bits that you fucking missed. So I need to clean that up with a bit of wash up there. But I also need to clean up the bottom of the actual dressy bit there with some white and then wash over that as well. Well, I would have used ivory, wouldn't I? See, 46 and you had how many? 58. So you've gone through 12 and I've been going for 46 minutes. You can have them done by the end of the stream. At the speed I'm going, at the speed you're going, yeah, you can have them done by the end of the stream. So I'm going to need a touch of ivory. I'm probably going to need some for both of them, in fact. And some Montfan brown and some green. So I shall put little bits of that on. Hopefully I'm not going to need too much of all of them. What's wrong with you? Were you not clean properly? Bugger. Right. Then it's gonna have to be you. I've been stained, but at least been cleaned properly. Green and brown will be needed for both of them as well. So. Green. Nah, don't hit the camera. Don't hit the camera. He's okay. He's dealing with his daily, day-to-day life. Karma Chameleon has 1 or 2 children. So yeah, his days are usually quite hectic, and his evenings are usually quite exhausted. So. Right. So probably better off changing that around now so you can actually see. I have got gold, ivory, brown, green. So first of all, let's do the green bit, which is right at the bottom of the leg. Or right at the top of the leg on the bottom of the dress. I'm using a smaller brush just so I don't have the overflow and the catching other areas. Again, I have to go back and re-clean up. It's just so I can get a little bit more accurate for a change. And I know it's only small, but yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to advertise this stuff. Apparently, I've been told. You can tell me if I'm wrong. Please do tell me if I'm wrong. Sorry, did my audio drop out? Oh, muffly. Ah, it might have been while I clicked over to YouTube. Has it sorted itself out now? I hope so. So I'm going to need the ivory. Yeah, right. So it must have been while I clipped out to YouTube. I'll potentially do that entire section. And that section. Oh, sorry about that. But remember, sending it to certain places helps. Well, it doesn't. I don't know if it helps actually, but I know you're supposed to do that at least. So I do put some effort into the YouTubey thing, as in to promote yourself and put the algorithm thing and blah blah blah. However, I don't put huge amounts of effort in to go out and draw people. I'm glad for people coming joining though. Joey, you're coming over, man. So what's happening? What's going on? You're going down south and all that much, so I don't know if I'll be able to come down and meet you, but yeah, what's happening? What's happening with it? In fact, fuck it. Joey, you're in work. Are you working from home? I'm going to put headphones on. I've got to wait for the YouTube lag to catch up. See, YouTube's not all singing, dancing, and perfect. Do I give the skin a going over with that? Awesome. Fan's coming up. No's an answer. Yes is an answer. Feel free, Dom. There's no pressure. I do also have to concentrate as well. So. Graham, just to let you know, Ali's like the auntie you never knew you wanted. And now, in my opinion, everybody should have an Irish auntie like Ali. Everybody in the world would be at peace. There would be no more fighting. Although something along a similar line could possibly said if you had an uncle like Joey. I don't think anyone would actually, nobody would be able to get up and fight. Two very, very different approaches to one. Yeah, one question. Yeah, but Ali, that would just be funny. You're 4'2" and I'm 6 foot tall. You can barely. Yeah, it would probably bring me more joy than it should, which is why it's just great. I don't mean this sound. Oh, this is gonna sound fucking awful. Fuck it. It's almost like the same joy you'll get out of midget wrestling. It's like, you shouldn't, but you do. Please don't come over here and punch me, or worse, blow me up. I understand there'd be far worse consequences if Ali decided she was going to come over and do that. Because, well, yeah, she probably going to land me right in the face anyway. My mother was not a tall woman, and I learned to fear her quite well. Jesus Christ, because she reached much higher than I thought she should be able to. Bloody no. Red Master. I've seen that little 5'2" woman pinned 6'2" blokes up by the throat. No, man. I just know that you're shorter than I am, and anyone shorter than 6 foot to me is a midget. 6 foot should be the standard height for the world. Right, I pulled this out for a reason, and the reason was this section, but I need to thin it out first, don't I? I'm remembering how to do some of this crap. I am. Slowly. See, I remember that to get that tone that I had there, I had to thin the bloody washout. Give it all a bit of a coating over just to make sure it is all tied in. As well as along the gold and the shell while I'm here. Because I've not washed any of that yet, just to push into the cracks. I've been a little bit scared of it in case I get it all over the green. And I'm not sure what I want to do with the green. I do have Arthonian camo shape, but I think it's going to be a bit too dark. Do you mean if you stand on a stool? What do you need a stool for? Just be 6 foot? Don't get me wrong, I'm glad some people are shorter than I am. Because I get to pull the opposite on in the in the shopping centres. If some people like, excuse me, can you get that from up there? Because I'm tall enough to reach. So I do. I'm polite. But if at the same time there's something low down on the same point that I want, it's like, well, do you mind getting that flush down there? Because from up here, down there's a long way, but you're already halfway there. Or I'm already halfway there. Fair trade. Don't get me wrong, Sparkles is shorter than I am. There are loads of people shorter than I am, but damn it, the world's pretty much built against me because it's gone, no, you should be 4 inches shorter. You're going to have to stoop now. It's like, oh, for Christ's sakes. It's just annoying. And it hurts. And I've noticed that the child height rate has gone fucking through the roof. Pardon me. No worries, Joe. No worries. I can't remember what Tia said earlier. I've not sent her a link this time. But hey ho. See, that's Auric flesh. That's much like. I know brought brown out, but brown's kind of more for the other one. So. So next, I want to look at. I'm looking at the brown and green patches on its. Yeah, the brown patches are going to have a wash. Are there any brown patches that I need to fill in? No, although I did miss an ivory patch. Oh well. This is the whole point of this bit. Is to start cleaning these brushes. Don't tell me this brush is getting fucked already. That just lets me know that out of that pack, the best ones are the dry brushes. Okay. But those ones seem okay. Although they are Windsor and Newton, so possibly the reason. I'll wait for that to dry. So what was I wanting to do? Arthonian camo shade and then come back over with the green. Go on. Would you like a cup of tea, Graham? Would you like a cup of tea, Graham? Although you don't look like her. You don't have that big nose or that big what thing or anything like that. Right, so first of all, I need to actually put enough of the paint down. 35. That's only me. That's only, well, some other people like buckets of tea, but yeah, most people have normal size cups. And it's just me that has buckets and sparkles as a half bucket. That's if we don't finish them tonight. If there's a couple of really quick ones, like five pictures, ding, quick. Anything like that, and they'll fly through those ones. It's just, yeah, if they're all 20 plus pictures once, then maybe tomorrow. But yeah, it'll be definitely a tomorrow. And if you all wouldn't mind, just search for Rogue's Den Hobbies. Go look for Graham's site and give it a click. Even if it's just once a day, just go on, give it a click, go. Oh, yeah. Sat in the toilet, something to do. Just go over and have a look. But actually search it in Google and go look for it. I think it's on the second page at the minute. But who knows? Have a good night, Lee. You have a good night, mate. Hopefully that project's working out for you. I know building trees is a pain in the backside, though. You need to build a lot of them. It's like if you need to do a lot of anything, it's a pain in the ass. So if you just search Rogue Hobbies, it's on the second page. So you don't even have to put the den in. It might even come up quicker if you put the den in then. But then it might actually just take you straight to the website. As I said, some people wish to play the little algorithm dances that the cyber world has, and I'm all for those who do, because if you can make a living off it, you can make a decent living off it. I just have such a varied interest rate and such a limited attention span that I can't. I struggle to make use of that, which is a shame. But I am all for people who wish to and can, especially when they're not multi-million pound conglomerate corporate machines that just look at me like a fucking number. I like the idea of a local person that I could talk to and that I can make obscure requests from, and they get to provide a living for their families, and there's a bigger market out there and choice for everybody. Record it. All these content. So that should help with the ears. Still not sure what to do about that. I'm going to go for a risky move. I'm going to thin out a bit, though. But I'm going to give essentially the skin a green wash to hopefully try and bring out that mouth a little bit. But I've really got to avoid the eyes. I just noticed a smudge on the lip from the gold. And the flaw in the print as well, which doesn't help. Any way I can make that jawline pop? I'm not sure I can. A physical store one day would be awesome. He does. Also, a Facebook page for those who are interested. Okay, so that's most of the cleanup done on that. So this time let's start at the feet. And go over it with a green wash. Again. Let's try and give some definition to these features that are quite bland at the moment. There's nothing in between most of the fingers and the scales. They kind of just blend from one cut, just as little blotches of colour. So a nice wash just to help tie that in. Yeah. Do you want to know something? I know a building where you could do all that. It's just you'd have to rent the entire building. I'd get the entire building. And it's got small compartments and can be knocked through to because it used to be a bigger section and other yeah, easily. Actually, I know another building that would be even better for it, and you'd have even more room for storage and other things. So you could have a dual 3D printing service where you were running a factory for an online service, and then possibly even one for people to come in and do their own, like a plug and play. It's like here, can you do this one? Yeah, okay. Plug it in, print it on the shop floor, so to speak. fact that the building's fucking big enough that you can do all that, as well as have a well over 100 foot by 40, 50 foot gaming room dedicated to one game, and then have another floor dedicated to other games, and have a bar as well. And I would love to own that building. I would love to own that building. I would love to own the other building as well, which is not as big, but you can still do it. The problem is, the capital you would need to start is just stupid. And most businesses run in the red for the first year at least. And if you can't survive that, then you've got problems. You need to be able to survive at least the first 2-3 years. And if you can't, then you're fucked. Sorry to say, pal. I think it'll be easier to do it by the right. It's going to take X amount of resin, X amount of time, therefore it's going to take X amount of cost. You don't do it by subscription, you like on a more freeform basis. If you're a brick and mortar store, you've got to be able to take walk-in traffic. Like working in the golf shop, we have valuable customers that had a loyalty card and yada 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 and got discounts, etc. But if somebody just walked in off the street and just came in and said, I wanted to get fitted up for a set of ping clubs, we'd set him up for a set of ping clubs. And we'd give him the proper setup as well, like we were supposed to. All the height adjustments and height measurements and stroke measurements and any extensions or grip thickening or thinning that was needed. Oh, that's what I mean. They won't be touching the machines. The staff would be touching the machines. You don't let general public use something like that. I'm sorry for the general public, but you don't. Again, when I was working at Cash Generator, we ran a DVD CD scratch removing service with one of the big freaking machines. Yeah, I ran the machine. I didn't let the customers use it. They gave me the disc. I put it in. I did all the stuff, and they didn't get to touch it. No, fuck no. Fucking $1,000, fucking expensive machine. No, fuck off. Right, fine. If it's not set up right off your file, then your fault. If you want us to do additional things such as set up supports, blah 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 blah, blah, obviously additional fees are charged. But they are getting files printed that they can't buy from somebody online. And we both know what that means in some cases. So Fair enough. So you're at least covering your ass when, as far as, yeah, you fuckers break this, you fuckers have to pay for it. Because it's risky doing that. But you'll also have to put in things like fail print clauses and reprints for that and things. So if the damn thing kicks out halfway through because of something that was not their fault, something you as the company will have to absorb that to some degree if you're running contracts, at least as a favor of goodwill. Or at least I would think so. I would imagine it would go down quite well, or it would go down better. I'm not saying you shouldn't have a dream. I'm just saying let's think this dream out so we can make it work. I'm not saying my ideas are great. I'm just saying think. Because I know I talk a lot of shit sometimes as well. Don't you worry, I'm aware of this. Sparkles lets me know on a regular communication. And you're talking shit again. Fair enough. I shut the fuck up, you're doing me head in. Right, okay. Those are my words, but given essentially what Sparkles actually means when she's being polite to me. Well, I'm assuming they'd have to come into the shop to use the PC to do the slicing and the everything that would need to be doing to set the print off. So they'd have to come in once, and then obviously that would be the sign up and the when they set up to be able to pay. And what they would then be posted to them once it was a completed print, or would they would then have to come in and wash cure? Good night, Ali. You have a good night, Joe. Let's hope you're not going to be up too early in the morning. What time is it? It's 11. Yeah, it's getting late for anyone with a life. Not saying that you have not got a life, Graham. It's just, yeah. Ali has a life. That is not involving miniatures, which generally involves being sat behind a desk. Is Twisted going as well? No, Twisted, if you're going as well. I didn't see you say he was going yet, but I might just be looking at it wrong. More than fucking possible. I'm going to paint that as a leaf. because I want it to be a leaf. I need to clean up under that eye as well. And this brush of shit. I was. You were here for a while, yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, sure, everyone was saying night to everybody. So I was like, all right, I got confused at who's actually going. I hate having to do touch-up jobs. Do you know what I should really do? Just do fucking right in the first place. That would make it easier, wouldn't it? I suppose this is why models end up taking fucking 6 hours. Or 16 hours or 20 odd hours. Cause it's not because the model really takes that long. It's because they're impatient and fuck up and have to go back and make mistakes. Pardon me. Nice. Oh, I've got loads of scar terrain to do. I'm going to have some big pieces as well. They're partially painted, but yeah, I have some big pieces to do, and I'm not sure how to do. Yeah, they may become videos because they're too big to go on the fucking desk anyway. Well, it depends. There are angels that are available in. You can be a ASMR and have angelic forms in Dungeons and Dragons, so they may not be completely useful. Just maybe very niche. That's the problem. Oh shit. Fucking curvy boy was better. No, I don't. I do sort that. And sort the other little green bits out. There are lots of little green bits missing on this. Well, if anyone was wondering, am I going anywhere for a while? I have no intentions to because I currently have enough work to keep this channel going for at least another year and a half. And looking at my history, I've already been going for over 3 years. I didn't think it was that long. But yeah, I'm actually coming this September, I believe, is going to be the 4th year anniversary of my channel. Just for the sake of letting people know. Well, yeah, they've been doing this shit. I don't mean to sound like, yeah, 4 years. And in that 4 years, I have managed to paint more fucking models than I have in the 20 years running up to it. I've also managed to collect more fucking models in the 20 years running up to it as well. Whew, jeez. Or maybe not, no, because I got them three box sets and then started that magazine before I started the channel. But yeah, the channel got all them model painted. They were the grey knights, literally. So now Arthonian camo shade. A lot of this. Starting from the feet up. Now, I'm still a 50-50 mindset of whether or not I should black outline the eyes and the mouth. I know nothing else on the bloody thing will be black outlined, but just to give them that, just to make them stand out a little bit more. I'll say black outline, more like a black inline for the eyes and an underline for the mouth. You mean learn to pick up the pace? You're already going quicker than I am. Fuck off. You finish models. That's already a start. Pick up the pace. Have you hurt yourself? Don't forget you're also ill. And yeah. I'll save some talent for the rest of us, man. Come on. Give us a chance. Don't forget you're taking part in a world of geeks. Some of them can't even do some of the basic shit that you can do, never mind some of the actual really, really impressive shit you can do. You scare the shit out of them. The poor fuckers don't stand a chance with you. That's why they're never going to meet another fucking woman in their lives. Yeah, but you can fight a fucking big fucking cat, can't you? And can make me jewelry and can fucking build me an house and fucking save my life and shit. What can you do? Sit behind your fucking computer and play World of Warcraft. Fuck off. See, so poor bastards. It's your fault, Twisted. It's your fault, Twisted, for being like manly and shit. I've not finished. I'm sorry, I finished one in the 4 years. And he's not fully. Oh, yeah, he's got a base. See, look. Only model I've actually finished. Only one. Base, that's because he's got basing on it, and yeah, it looks okay. But the only one I've actually finished in. Yeah. So, you're still doing one with me. Don't put yourself down, man. Although I've got an excuse, I have lazy mini painting, I'm allowed to do that. Gilderman's not shit. Fuck off. And the rest of them for charity. Yeah, but he's still. Gilderman took a lot of work, a lot of effort, and it looked good. Fuck off. So, yeah. Now I've got all that sparkles and it'll dry. After one small little correction, I just spotted. And then we're coming towards the other three. And I just noticed the other three do not have pins. Ah! The other three don't have pins. Where is it? Look, it can't have gone far. Everything's around my fucking. Oh, that the crouching elf on the that was nice. That one. You got the skin just right on it, and the cloak was nice. I'm going to have to quickly pin 3 little models because I forgot that. Yeah, I need to be able to stab them into something to be able to hold them. Because I'm an idiot. This is where having tools like this come in handy. So I'll get the fucking drill bit to stay where I need it. There we go. And find pinning stuff. Pinning stuff. Fucking box fucking paper clips for this reason. I can't find what I need. There. And then get the shit clips. Hang on. Snip. Snip away from me. Snip. Snip away from me. And there's one. And then I should be able to do that in one go. Maybe not. And there's another 2. Now to drill holes in the bottom of the fucking models. Yay. But the good thing is I can control it a little bit with my finger, so where do I want this hole to go? There's one. But you're only gonna really. Fuck. And that's what I didn't want to happen. How well, it will suffice for the reason I want it to go on there. And You're the easy one because you just go on the belly. So that's not bad. Yeah, you see, my only concern with Miniature Tavern is the shipping costs, because you're right, they do have some nice models, and I have the Buy Me a Coffee link in my channel bio, so I can support 3D printers such as Rose Den Hobbies, and if I'm donated enough, then maybe even Miniature Tavern. So yeah, I would love to be able to buy some of those, but I can't afford the shipping cost for someone. It's just too much, I'm afraid. Too much. Exactly. So unless I can get something arranged that would make it cheaper, which would not be beneficial for them as a business model. Let's be frank about that. Unless they were willing to partner up with someone and allow printing of digital files in the UK, so they can be sent direct from there. I'm going to need another spike because I've just dropped the little one. That's to the USA. Is how much they would cost to ship it over, because their shipping prices will be different from ours. Plus, I can't afford to buy any models at the minute anyway because I've got a set for a wedding. I haven't got sparkles, just in case you're still in there. See, I'm still fucking paying attention. I'm dumb. I may look it, I may act it, but yeah. You're kidding. I think I shock sometimes. Sometimes, fucking most of the time. Stick it down, you stick. Hopefully that will hold where it needs to while I do the next one. Okay. So those are the next three models that I'm going to be doing. Now I just need to bulk up the blue tack properly. Yeah, they're well and truly balls to the wall going for it. Go check them out and see if you can get a partnership or something. Right, this little fucker. I want to be green, but I've already done green. I don't want too much green, but then I'm thinking maybe yellow. Yellow's a nice color. But I'm going to have to dry brush them a little before I do. So I can try and get frown a little grumpy face. So if I go full bright yellow, that's gonna. See, I could go turquoise and go bright yellow eyes. And possibly fade it out to green fins. That might work. Let's try that. I think that might be the best option. So I've already got some green, so I don't need any of that on there. Do you need the blue though? Oh, even fade it out to a. Yeah, let's have a look at how that might work. I'm thinking a couple of blues. And a Constantine Valdo with Cavill's head. That's cool. See, those two are quite. Yeah, I think I know. I think I'm gonna do. Right, I've got an idea in my head. I'm going to take a small break because I've been going for nearly 2 hours, and it's going to be that little chappy that we're coming back to do. So let's have a look at what music I can put on.
All the way.
Changer.
Excuse me if I find that hard to believe.
You know that llamas are biologically incapable of lying, right?
Does that come with knowledge?
Monday.com's AI blocks.
Also, while I'm going to put something else. So, bear in mind, you cannot buy these models from this website. However, I have what I bought from the website that's on. I am very happy with the I should be back. Hello. What was the music like? I wanted to let the video run quite a few times, so I got food while I was at it. 25th of September is when you listen to your first model, so that means it's the first year anniversary this year. Ooh, that's gonna be nice. It was, I believe, Final Fantasy music from various different ones. Okay, so I've had an idea on this guy. Don't know if it's gonna work. Only one way to find out. I'm gonna try it. Starting with a light blue on his underbelly. And I'm going to work up through the jade more towards the top. And then I'm going to go from jade to green on the fins. Well, green and yellow fading out, hopefully, on the fins if I can. It might be hard though. Dumplings. I did not find dumplings. However, I did find 2 Melton Mowbray pork pies. So I opted for them. Probably not the best idea at this late at night, to be quite honest. But hey ho, I've already eaten one. It's a bit late now. Got another one left to eat. They're the little ones. Does mean I shut up for a little bit while I'm eating them. Which is why I was doing a little mind bit while the music was on. Probably get that ready to put back on again for the next time I'm eating. Or just keep it on permanently and lower it. Honestly, if it was something homemade, I could have just quickly thrown it in the microwave. I would have been happy with that than the pork pies, in fairness. But the pork pies will serve their purpose. Although probably would have been better off with biscuits because I've got a cup of tea. We'll see how well this was gonna blend up through jade. Should imagine it would work quite well. If I can get that mid-tone right. I should say, if I can keep that mid-tone right. It is going to take a couple of coats, I know that much. I know it's probably going to be the mid-tone that covers most of the actual model. But I don't want to lose the blue from underneath if I can. And I want to get that slightly green tinted jade to stand out as well, especially along the tail and the thinner areas. Captain's just walked in. Oh, awesome. 100%. Well, anyway, awesome, but cool. How long did that take? Because I'm still playing Final Fantasy VII, the second part of Final Fantasy VII. And yeah, it's getting fucking hard. About 4 weeks. Oh, that's not bad actually. It's quite a big game. It's not bad at all. You don't just switch that long either. Really? I mean, I know the Zelda games are usually quite highly rated. But I've not really played any since, what, Link to the Past, was it? Basically, we're going back to SNES days. I didn't play much of the... I mean, I did play a little bit of the N64 ones, but the one I played most was Link to the Past. Well, it was keen on Majora's Mask. I mean, I got the idea, I enjoyed the concept, but it was really bloody annoying to me after a while. Ah, for fuck's sake, I've got to reset it again. You've already bought 2 of the Zelda. Which ones? Because Zelda games can vary quite. Even though Zelda, some of the games can vary quite a lot. For instance, Wind Waker gets a lot of acclaim from certain people, but other people go, no, it's not as good because I don't like the cel shaded graphics and all the time on the island and the boats. And but other people go, no, it's really fucking good, that game. You should try it. Yeah. The list is forever going on. That's why I never get a chance to play a game, because I'm never sure which game to fucking try. That's why I end up going back to the games I don't like. That's why Dawn of War still installed on my PC. I could quite easily throw Dawn of War 2 back on as well. If anyone has that and fancies doing a last stand thing or anything. So that's a multiplayer, I think it's 4-player. I think it's a co-op against Waves. I just realised that thing's still playing in the background. Let's put it back to the beginning. And now we're looking at going for the more pure jade. Not sure if I might try to mix a little bit of something like ivory just to brighten some of it up even more. I'm hoping I don't. Hoping this will actually work the way I want it to. The really, really, really thin paints don't help a lot. Link's Awakening and Tears to them. I'm not familiar with them ones, okay. Are they Switch ones or GameCube ones? Or even Wii ones, even. Because I know they've been releasing a lot of the older ones on the Switch. So there is a slight color shift if you look from underneath to the blue, and it gets slightly brighter yellow. So it's kind of worked. Let's give it a chance to dry and see if I have to go back over it again. Yes, I believe. Yeah, I believe the new Oblivion remake is quite good. I don't know why I've got my headphones on. I don't need them. The music's not playing anymore. I can go down there for now. Yes, but an old classic redone from which console? I think Twilight Princess was a Wii game, if I remember rightly, or a Wii U game. SNES, wow. Link's Awakening? Yeah, because I don't remember it being on the N64. Link to the Past and the NES then. I'm sure I play it. Then again, after the conversation I had with Graham the other day, I'm not relying on my fucking memory anymore. I'm going old and see now. Graham, you're the game collector person. Link's Awakening. What console was it originally on? You've got a better chance of remembering that than I have. Game Boy. Fucking hell. It's going to have to be some heck of a remaster. Yeah, I remember the night. Don't always feel too bad. I remember that as well. I had a Game Boy. Mine had Tetris, of course, and the first Mario. Super Mario Bros. Which was annoying and quite easy at the same time, because some of the actual levels were annoying, but once you got to the boss, you just had to jump over him and hit the axe at the other side, and you won. So it wasn't like it was an overly difficult game to complete. Just some of the levels were twats. Yeah, so we've come around his gills with the and his face and his flippers. Make sure they're fully coated as well. Make sure it's actually coated, painted. Then we can come back with the brighter color afterwards. It's not too bad. As long as we actually have that nice smooth base color, or base colors in this case. See, I didn't even spot them. So just now. Oh, that's annoying. Luckily, it's on the very fucking base of his feet, but still. I need to go, yeah, for tomorrow. Are they all for view or have they yet to be published? I know, but you've got a couple of those back now. At least the original. I know you got the original Sonics back, which is nice. Good games. And I'm way back with little bits of blues and other. Well, as subtle as it might be, I do want there to be some shading and detail. And as I am lacking a blue paint, I've got to do as much as I can with layers. So I don't know if you can see as it goes from slightly darker to the brighter green. Hopefully I'll be able to get it in on a camera shot better. But it's going to be difficult to do unless I bring that blue up and make it a little bit higher and more predominant. Then I got the fun job of making sure that the jade seen across his back. Do you want to wear that blue a little bit higher? I know there's very little difference in it, but it is there. I hope saving princesses is tiring work, mate. You have a good night and speak to you later, Captain. So that's working that blue a bit higher. Excellent. Now let's go for the jade down his back again. And for you as well, Graham. No worries, man. You have a good night. I don't think I'll get round to the other two models tonight with how much the blending's taken. I can get the fins done as well, though. I'll be quite happy. Need a little bit more jade on the palette. That's going to be the first other character. That's not one of the title characters. That says Sparkles. I don't have stat lines and things now. And have class choices and stuff like that. This has nothing. This is a blank slate at the moment. It is, apart from the fact that it's a familiar of some kind. Whose? I don't know. What abilities and properties does it have? Who knows? That is yet to be decided. I could go through the monster manual and find a baby something that it could represent. As someone's trained from an egg or from being a baby. Using the edge of the brush, just try and catch the higher edges across its flippers, as opposed to what's going to be the fins on its back. They will be done slightly differently, along with the eyes. And the mouth. Okay, I'm quite happy with that blending. Not actually sure how well it shows up on camera at the moment, though. But yeah, I can't get him to show there because the light's fucking behind him, isn't it? Don't ask me. But now on to the next part, which is his eyes, his mouth, and his little and his thing on his back. And that means starting with white. All white. I'm shaking it, and about to do that, you go and screw the top a little bit. That's how these things work. Has OBS reconnected? Has OBS reconnected? He said it's just disconnected on me, and I've got no idea if it's just reconnected. I hope. For all I know, it's crashed out about 5 or 6 times. I have installed Windows 11, and I've never been. Yeah, the odd ones for Windows, I've never been a big fan of going for straight away. Now, Windows 11's been out for a few years. I'm hoping the bugs and shit have been worked out through service packs. But there is always the possibility that they have not. And that by doing Windows 11 update, I have fucked my machine up. Does help if I put it on camera. Yes, I'm back. Right, okay. Thank you, Justin. Again, the issue with the way I've got my setup, I can't actually see how many people's in. I need to know how to get that plug in and put it on. I'm going to need a super small brush actually for this bit because of what I want to do. And this isn't meant by what I meant by what I want to do, because this is just filling in the really, really small area at the corner. What I want to do is put some kind of lightning-y effect on it coming from its eye. but it's not easy to do. I'll have to do for that side. That I'll have to do. I'm not very good at this at these effects because I've never done them before. Well, this is going to be. Also bright white to start with. And come back and make sure I've got everywhere along this fin. Now for the extra hard part is to try and do along his mouth. Oh, good. You had something to eat now, mate. You feeling better? I know what I did. That little bit of food. See, I told you had a face. Now for the bit that's going to be really fucking hard. I could do with a biscuit now. It's because I had something savoury. You know, I've got a cup of tea there. I could do with a biscuit now. Sparks will probably kill me for this, but there's biscuits there. Really nice. And it's been opened also. For all those people who do not understand how to eat biscuits, the British Northern way, you get your biscuit, you dunk it in your brew, then you go, some yellow, which is the next needed colour, obviously. Clean that brush off. Gotta go for another biscuit, sorry. This time I might leave it a bit longer. You can get a bit more of a dunk out of this biscuit, apparently, before it breaks apart. Mm. 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 In this case, I'm not actually trying to get all the white. I'm just trying to get a little bit of it. Kind of more like a high edge highlight. So it's brighter underneath. Nice otherwise. And then in the case of this thing, it's just going to be the central part. So he should be quite a nice little familiar for someone. Oh, and his mouth. Either that is going to be a creature that the party should kill before it comes and fucks them up. One of the two. Either way, it'll serve its purpose, I would imagine. And putting him next to Sparkles or Oak, he does look like he's made out of fucking Play-Doh. What kind of wash can I give that to tone it in without dulling it off? Do I go for an Agrax or do I go for a thinned out Null Nile? I'm not sure if I should go for Agrax or Null Nile. I'm not sure which one I should go for. Shame I've not got fucking blue. I mean, I could thin a blue out a lot. Oh, what I've got, I think you're right. It's going to have to be thin Null Nile. Where the fuck have I put that? There it is. But because of that, I'm going to have to avoid a lot of the eyes and the brighter stuff, which I'm not overly happy about. But I would kind of want it all to have a nice wash over it, but thin non-oil will have to suffice for putting back in the detail within the blues. But it's going to be really bloody thin. But yeah, I needed to just do that on the just to as well as like on the gills and where it's wrinkled and the muscles in the back. It's just not quite. A bit of a clean brush and take that away a bit more. I don't need it too thick, as you said, just nice and thin. Just around the areas that need that extra bit of push. There we go. Yeah, oh yeah, good point. Doing shit like that, I usually end up fucking missing. Obviously, don't want so much across the top. I want some now. Get rid of bubbles. Once it dries, that should look okay. And again, be able to, there we go. So we can see the two next to each other. It added a lot of depth, that, didn't it? Just a simple wash. I might have to come back through with a little bit of highlight and a mid-tone maybe, just on some of the raised areas, just to bring them back up to the brighter colour. But no, that's worked. That's worked very well. And I've managed to clean up the two title characters quite a bit. To the point where I think I'm actually going to be quite happy if I can put them on. And they should be on the lighter bases. So I'll have to find two of the... In fact, I'm not happy. I'm not finished with these bases yet. So before I pin them down, I'm going to finish with the bases. But yeah, I'm happy with Familiar, and obviously I've started these now. They've been base coated. These will be the next two to get up to that type of stage with this one, which again, I'm thinking of going, possibly using this as the dark color and then mixing in ivories and possibly doing the reverse of what I did there. So the main color is going to be quite a much brighter, and then the thin color I might put as a darker blue, like a much darker blue. Almost maybe even the McCrag blue, something that dark. This little one, however, which I've just noticed needs some more base coating because I've missed a big chunk on the tail at the back, which isn't good. This one, however, I'm not sure what to do. Because they're obviously a shark person with a hood on. And they have quite a bright hood. So I'm thinking I'm making their cloak quite bright. How? I'm not so sure. Whether I do it as a bright... see... Building up through Wild Rider red and orange might be nice just for the cloak section. And then, but actually have her as a black and grey, more of a monotone kind of shark. Something I could definitely look into, because again, another magic user. There are a lot of magic users in this set. There are others. There are people with swords and axes, and people that could be fighters and warriors and barbarians and things. So don't worry. But there are a lot of magic users. Or do I make her orange? I could make her orange. Do that blue. Or even purple. And then still do the monochrome. Plenty of ideas, but please jump in the Discord. There is a section to throw these ideas out and give me ideas for these. So what I'm going to do before I actually end it, I'm going to shut this camera off. I'm going to take a couple of quick pictures and you're going to see me. And basically I'm going to post them up and you can go color ideas. And you can give me color ideas ready for next week. So I'm going to shut this one off now. It should be okay because it doesn't actually stop me from talking, and it should still allow me to communicate, which is good. It just means you don't have to look at my ugly face anymore, which is also good, I suppose. Okay, so haha. See. This is the one which is a little bit dodgy, I think. So I don't know if this will take the pressure of going into there. No, I don't want to risk it. So we have a little model. Which was a crap picture, so let's delete that one. See what that one looks like. That one's better. That one was better. So I'm going to post these to Discord. Yep. And then people will be able to give me ideas for colours and things. As I said, is it multiple colour ideas are going through my head at the moment, and I would like to get the sea level done before I start moving up onto the. Yeah. And of course, that last but not least, let's put a picture of. Little chap here. As soon as he's already had his colours chosen now. Don't know why I'm looking at this as though it's up there. Doesn't work like that, does it? So there we go. My plan for this evening, which was to... Oh, actually, I've just noticed something that I need to clean up. Before I disappear, the side of the eye down there is not bright white, like it should be. Along with the little spot on her eye as well. So you're not quite finished to clean up as much as I thought, eh? No, down that side's fine. That's okay. I'll just put them little white dots on just to make sure it's as extra cute if I can make it that way. Shame that pins aren't long enough anymore to get them on the rubber properly. But they will hopefully hold there for now. So thank you everybody who's watching and who has been watching. That's right. I'll leave it that way around. What I can do though is, if I'm smart, you'll still be able to see me if I do this. So yeah, thank you for everybody who's been watching, who's come. Twisted, thank you for staying all the way to the end, and anyone else who is here all the way to the end. Buzzard, Graham, Ali, Joey, and who else have I forgot? Lee popped in tonight as well. Thank you all for joining. As it said in the Be Right Back video that Twisted was so kind to have done for me. Yes, this channel is built by you, the subscribers, and by help from other people as well who are willing to donate, do things, help out, such as Twisted, Buzzard, Ali, Graham, all of which have helped out towards this channel. I thank you all so much. And yes, please drive safe. Now you've got, see, now I can actually do this and try and get the end broadcast thing properly. Problem is my boo arm's in the bloody way. So let's try that this way around. So drive safe, everyone.